It's mailbag time here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Be sure you guys subscribe for more live mailbags like this one, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We, of course, cover other Chiefs news and rumor storylines. Okay, let's get into your questions here. Hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat. Lily, is Patrick Mahomes staying with the hashtag Chiefs? Yes. Guys, he ain't going anywhere. And I get the frustration. It was a poor second half against Cincinnati. This is still arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably, he's probably the best quarterback in the league. You're fortunate to have him. That's all I'm going to say. King Darius, should we get a good defensive lineman out of the draft? It's a strong edge class. Draft guy here at Chat Sports, Tom Downey, tells me it's a really good edge draft, so I think there's some pass rushers to find. I'll be doing more research as we progress into the offseason, but yeah, I think getting a good defensive lineman is very possible in this draft. Beach 303, if Jordan Davis falls to us in the draft, do we take him? That dude's a freak, man. I mean, he's like, well, what is he, like 6'6", 320, the Georgia – I mean, he is huge. He is absolutely massive, so, I mean, I'd be open to it, man. The guy just eats blockers. You put him next to Chris Jones, good luck going off the middle because the interior would be tough to stop. I think he's 6'6", 310. You're good, Trace. He's somewhere in that range, 6'6", 315. I mean, you see him on film, you're like, dude, he's way bigger than these other SEC cats. And their SEC has freak dudes. 340 is what he's listed at. Oh, my God. I mean, the guy is just like, you know, he goes through McDonald's and he's eating 6 double cheeseburgers for breakfast. I mean, the guy is just an absolute freak. It's getting a happier meal. That's a good one from producer Trace. Got a super chat coming through. Hey, Double A, appreciate it. Appreciate the $5. Still depressed. Just wanted to vent. Thank you for everything this season. We appreciate here. Hey, I get it, man. It's that night I couldn't sleep because I was just like I kept replaying some of the drives. I'm just like, how did this happen? Like, it's just so weird. But you know, I woke up the next day and I said, you know what? You still have Patrick Mahomes. He's gone to 4 straight AFC title games. He's won a Super Bowl. Like, it's going to be okay. Does it suck? Is it a missed opportunity? No doubt. But it happens, man. It happens to the best. So, you know, you got to flush it. You got to move on, unfortunately. Jason Renfro with will Reed adjust and bring more of a power run game to control time of possession and keep the defense fresh next year. I mean, I don't expect this offense to be like a power rushing attack. I will say this, though. So Cincinnati, in the second half, they dropped 8 into coverage, and that's pretty much what they did the whole time. And the Chiefs receivers could not find the soft spots, and Mahomes couldn't figure it out. It was tough. You got to run the ball against when teams do that, though. Now, it doesn't mean you change your offensive philosophy, but run the ball until they stop that, and then they cheat guys up into the box. Then you hit them over the top. Like that's what they should have done. It was poor adjustments by the Chiefs. It really was. The Bengals outcoached the Chiefs in the second half. Tony Fuentes, will you go live on the draft? Probably, yes. So stay tuned for that, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We have a ton of channels here at Chat Sports, so there's certainly a hierarchy, but Chiefs is one of our bigger ones, so we'll see what the plan is there. I would guess there's a pretty good chance we'll go live at some point. So obviously as we get closer to April, we will pass those news and notes along for our plans. Is there any chance the Chiefs could sign J.C. Jackson? Good question here from Darren. He's going to cost a lot, man. Like, you'd really have to move some money around. Now, if they're super convicted that they should do this, then do it, right? Because J.C. Jackson, I mean, the guy was tremendous this year. Second in the NFL in picks, 23 pass breakups, 8 interceptions there, had a touchdown. Good tackler. He's the full package. I mean, he's a young, rising player in this league. Lockdown corner. He's excellent. He is absolutely fantastic. So we'll ask you guys, should the Chiefs sign J.C. Jackson? Pen comment on today's video. So reply right there. Type S for sign. Type T for too expensive. Let me know what you guys think on this one. Excuse me. D.S. Davidson, what is the most important position in the draft to cheer for us? Sorry if someone already asked. Oh, you're good. It's hard to say because free agency comes first, but I think defensive line in general is the most important on that one. We're good. We'll go to the next one here. Alex, how many Super Bowls do you think Mahomes can win? I still think he can win 3 or more. Guys, he's 26. I mean, on the conservative side of things, he's still going to have 7 or 8 really excellent years. And we just saw Brady play until he's 44. As sports medicine continues to go along here, I mean, 10 years from now, Mahomes will be 36. You don't think the sports science is going to be even more advanced by then? He could play into his 40s. I think that's very possible. So I'm going to stick to 3 or more. There's no reason why this team shouldn't be in the mix year in and year out for the foreseeable future. No Espinoza. Eric Bieniemy has been average, and the offensive talent has been carrying his average play calling. Chances he's replaced? Well, he doesn't call plays. Andy Reid does. Bieniemy is involved, but Andy Reid, it's his offense. So if you think the offense is average, then blame Andy Reid, because Eric Bieniemy is not the play caller. He's involved in the planning throughout the week. He certainly has input on plays, but Andy Reid has final say on the offense. Trust me. Okay, Chappell, who are you wanting to win the Super Bowl? I don't know, man. I kind of want the Rams, and we'll let you guys weigh in here as I give more thoughts. Type LAR for the Rams, type CIN for the Bengals. I would kind of like to see the Rams only because, Matthew Stafford, he finally gets with a stable organization, and for him to win a Super Bowl in year 1, I think would be pretty cool. So, I could go either way. I just want a good game. I mean, when the teams you cover or the teams you like are out of it, I just want a good game. So that's what I'm rooting for. And if you want to bet on this game, which I will because it'll make it more interesting, go to BetUS. But you got to use our link to take advantage of the promo deal. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Then you plug in the promo code Chiefs125, put down $100, you get $125 for free with that deposit bonus. Here's the updated point spread and overall betting odds. Rams 4.5-point favorites. Over/under set at 48.5. I like the over. Not sure how I feel about the point spread yet. I gotta do some deeper diving into this matchup, get into the specific X's and O's. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125. Love the over in this game. Otherwise, I'm holding judgment. I want to see how I feel here in the next week or so. Cole Keller, could Mahomes convert his entire 2022 salary into a bonus to help out with the cap? Not all of it. You can't ever do all of it. There's a percentage cap on it. It might be 20%. I don't know. But they could certainly move some of the money around, and there's probably a good chance that they will do that. Me who, #Chiefs, who would you sign if you're the GM of the Chiefs to help the Chiefs defense? I'd bring back Melvin Ingram. I would want Matthew back, but I would have a price that I wouldn't go above, and if he wants more, I'd let him walk. And then I would make it clear that Willie Gay and Nick Bolton need to be the primary linebackers. So we'll see what happens on that front. What is this? The Sketty next year? Okay. What do you think of the Chiefs' schedule next year? Why don't you read them off for me? I've got them at the Cardinals, at the Broncos, at Houston, at Colts, Broncos at home, Chargers at home, Raiders at home, AFC West on the road and home. Obviously, you got the Jags, Tennessee. So you're playing the AFC South, and then you got the NFC West is the divisions there. NFC West is tough, so those games will be hard. 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, those are all good teams. Potentially Seattle still if they have Russell Wilson. AFC South isn't tough, though. Tennessee's good, but Jacksonville stinks. They're still not going to be good next year. Houston's not ready yet. And who's the other AFC South team? Tennessee, Jags, Texans, and the Colts. Colts are the other one. They're decent. So it's a tough schedule, but it's not brutal. And again, as far as the schedule goes, we don't know weeks 1 through 18, but we do know the opponents. Rando Man, will Mahomes have a season slump considering his performance in the second half for Cincy? I don't think so. If teams start dropping 8 into coverage, the Chiefs will run the ball more. That's what they'll do. So, Mahomes, it took him a few games to figure out what teams were doing in the middle of the year or early in the year, and he was balling out in the second half. So he's smart enough to figure this stuff out. He just unfortunately couldn't figure it out on the fly, and a lot of that goes on the coaching, honestly. Beach 303, if Rodgers goes to the Broncos, how crazy would the AFC West be? Pretty crazy, man. I mean, you'd have Mahomes, Herbert, and Rodgers all in the same division. So, yeah, I mean, that's a real possibility. 12 Caden 34, if we can, will we draft Sauce Gardner? I think it's possible. I like him a lot. Chiefs could use a corner. So, yeah, I think it's a possibility. Dones. Harrison, best wide receiver that you would get in free agency. The best you could probably afford is probably like a Mike Williams. Unless OBJ is willing to take a little less. I don't think you're going to be in play for Chris Godwin or a Devontae Adams. But maybe you could get a Mike Williams, a Michael Gallup, someone like that. It'll be interesting to see how all these players' markets unfold this year. A1. How long does Kelsey play? Is going to be 33. Does he look like a guy slowing down to you? I mean, I think he's got at least 2 or 3 elite years left, and then maybe a couple more good ones. So he doesn't look like a guy slowing down to me, man. And he's such a good route runner. Even as he starts to get a little slower, he's still going to be effective into his late 30s, I believe, as long as he can avoid major injury. Tony Fuentes, will we get better next season? We'll have all our weapons. I hope. There's no reason why this team next year shouldn't be the AFC favorites. I mean, even if the Bengals win the Super Bowl, the Chiefs have more talent. They just do. So, yeah, I think that the Chiefs will be back and in the mix next year. Garrett Stanley should re-sign DeMarcus Robinson. If he wants to be your wide receiver 4 again, sure, but I don't have a strong opinion. If they want to bring him back, great. If he wants to go somewhere else, cool. I'm good either way on that front. We got time for a couple more here on this mailbag. Let's go to this next question here. Hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat. We'll make this the last one. How about that? Mike Baker, look for a complete overhaul of the defensive line, similar to the O-line makeover last year. I would like to see 2 picks at D-end and 1 at tackle. Maybe. I think it's possible. Chris Jones, I expect to be here, but you could see a lot of new names on that front. All right, one more question here from Mihu. If Spags gets fired, who would you want as defensive coordinator? Honestly, I would like Brian Flores, man. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen with his lawsuit. I'm not going to give a strong opinion on what he's doing there. He's standing up for what he believes in. But I don't know if teams are going to be willing to hire him. I have no idea what teams are going to think, but I love his defense. I think he's a hell of a defensive coordinator. I think he probably should have gotten one of these head coaching jobs. So I would like him. I would like Dennis Allen if he doesn't get the Saints head coaching job. I think there's guys out there, man. I really, really do. All right, who you got in Super Bowl 56? Type LAR for the Rams. Type CIN for the Bengals. Go ahead and get your votes in.